Now, Neil Hamilton has been described as many things in his long and varied career, but rarely, I think we can safely say, as a backroom boy. It was this phrase employed by UKIP leader Nigel Farage about his campaign manager that set the cat among the pigeons at the UKIP Spring conference. He told delegates he believed the party would win the European elections in May and win a good number of seats in next year's general election. Zoe Conway was in Torquay and caught the drama. Her report contains some flash photography.
Good morning, Nigel. There's a special surprise here for you today. The only fruitcake here today is on this tray.
Are you a fruitcake-free party? Nigel Farage says it's time his party was seen as more than a collection of fruitcakes. It's a mainstream political force, he says. It could come first in the European elections. But the question is his party ready?
I think and believe that we are posing the biggest threat to the political establishment that has been seen in modern times. When you look at the people in UKIP, we come from a very broad range of backgrounds, from the left, from the centre, from the right. Most people in UKIP who stand as candidates or who are branch officers have never been involved in politics before.
Nigel Farage wants us to believe that UKIP is well on the way to political maturity. But are they really all grown up now? The signs are today that they're still making rookie mistakes. UKIP wanted to make clear today how much more diverse the party has become, but it was soon having to explain why they decided to borrow the BNP's Love Britain slogan.
To argue that somehow you're not allowed to say you love your country because some ultra extreme racist splinter yobby party has said they love Britain, that no one's allowed to say they love Britain is ridiculous.
You disgust me. Get out of my way.
The circus at the last UKIP conference in September. This is MEP Godfrey Bloom, the man who denounced foreign aid to Bongo land and referred to some activists as sluts before falling out with Nigel Farage. Today, the party says they're much more disciplined.
Party discipline is very, very important, and what I've always said on every occasion is if we're going to play with the big boys, we've got to act like big boys in the political world. I do agree with Nigel's perspective, which is we don't want to become so PC that we lose the individuality that makes this party the success it is. But we've dealt with the likes of Godfrey Bloom, we've dealt with some of the other issues.
The party was not in danger of being seen as too PC today, with Nigel Farage delivering one of his strongest attacks on immigration policy.
In scores of our cities and market towns, this country, in a short space of time, has frankly become unrecognisable.
He later told reporters that he was left feeling awkward and uncomfortable on a recent train journey because he didn't hear anyone speaking English.
It's because we love Britain that we'll be voting UKIP.
But it was questions about the role of campaign director Neil Hamilton, the former Tory MP who took cash for questions, which got the party leadership rattled. Could he really be the face of the new UKIP?
No, he's the backroom boy, he's the campaign manager. Thank you.
But did Neil Hamilton see it that way? Nigel Farage has just described you as a backroom boy. Is that how you see your role?
Well, I am for most of the week, but I'm front of house today.
So will you be staying in the back room during the campaign?
I haven't been in the back room today, have I?
So you'll be front of house?
I go around the country. I speak at public meetings. I did one in Birmingham last Monday, Hartlepool on Thursday, and Worcester on Friday. So
that doesn't sound like a backroom boy role?
It depends what you mean by back room.
So it was time to get back to Mr. Farage. I've just asked Neil Hamilton how he feels about being described as a backroom boy, and he says that he's going to be front of house during this campaign.
He's not a candidate. I've answered that already. Thank you. Thank you. This is really very boring. He's not a candidate. That's the point I'm making. He's not a candidate, and, well, of course you're not. You're obsessed with it, but I'm bored with it, and I'm not answering any more questions on that subject.
UKIP thinks it's won the right to be taken seriously as a political party. But the controversy over Neil Hamilton's role suggests that Nigel Farage was right when he said that this party has got some growing up to do. Nigel Farage didn't go in for expectation management today. He's promised to resign if he fails to get an MP elected in 2015.
Zoe Conway reporting from Torquay. Well, we were expecting Nigel Farage to join us this evening, but following that press conference, he cancelled the Newsnight interview. The press office told us they didn't want to dwell on the wrong issues.